Good morning, Gophers and Wolves. Today is International Family Day, so I want you to make sure you wish your family all a good day and let them know how much you love them. All right, let's read more about Jacob's family. So many years had passed. A new Pharaoh ruled over Egypt. He did not know about the good things Joseph had done. By now, there were many people in Jacob's family. They were called Israelites. Pharaoh did not like the Israelites. He made them work hard. One day, Pharaoh decided to get rid of all the Israelite baby boys. So sad. A woman named Jochebed had a baby boy. She wanted to save him, so she gently laid her baby inside a basket and placed him in the river. The baby started to cry. Pharaoh's daughter saw the basket and opened it. She gently picked up the baby and hugged him. "I want to keep you," the princess whispered. She named him Moses because she pulled him out of the water. Miriam, the baby's big sister, had been watching nearby. She said to the princess, "I know a woman who can help you to take care of the baby." So Miriam ran to get her mother. Jochebed was so happy. When Moses was a young boy, Jochebed returned him to the princess. He grew up in the palace. All right, next week we will learn more about Moses. Let's start looking at your math. Today we're looking on graphs a little more. So this is called a compare information graph. So it's got some of the same things we're going to see in other graphs, like a title. It's got labels on it telling us the number and the objects that we're measuring. So this graph is called toys. It's got the days of the week and the numbers. The first graders at Grace Christian School brought toys to school. The toys were for children in poor countries. The graph shows the number of toys the students brought each day. So this graph shows us with our key here that all of the ones that are blue are the ones that the boys brought, and the ones that are red are toys that the girls brought. We can see that it's labeled the different days of the week, and the numbers over here are the number of toys that they brought. So our first question is, how many toys did the boys bring on Tuesday? So we find Monday, Tuesday, look at the blue column for boys, and go up to see the number. So how many did they bring on Tuesday? Goes here. Number 2, did the boys or girls bring more toys on Friday? So we come down to Friday and look to see which one is higher, the blue for boys or the red for girls. That here. On Wednesday, the boys brought more toys than the girls. How many more toys did they bring? So we come to Wednesday and we saw the girls brought 2 toys and the boys brought 7 toys. So we can see that they're the same at this point. So we can go, how much further did the boys go? We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 more toys. You can write that number here. On Thursday, the girls brought more toys than the boys. How many more did they bring? So let's look at Thursday. We can see they lined up. Now this time I want you to count by yourself. How many more lines did the girls go up than the boys? And write that number here. All right, we're going to be working now with the picture graph. I want you to remember with our picture graphs, there are going to be keys, just like we saw with this graph. But this key tells us how many items each one of the pictures is worth. So each of these buckets is worth 2 buckets. So let's count how many we have and write the number at the end so we can see how many buckets each child had. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So write 12 at the end. That's how many Tom had. Now let's look how many Nina had. Counting by twos. 2, 4. We write that here so we know Nina had 4. Now you can write in how many buckets did Nina fill? You see Nina's name and then how many, not this picture, but how many is the number you wrote there. Write it here. How many buckets did Tom fill? Again, not the pictures, but the number of buckets. You write here. Number 7. How many more buckets did Tom fill than Nina? So we can look at this and see that just like we did in the last page, that they're matched here. So we're going to count and see how many more. So we start here where they're no longer matched and go 2, 4, 6, 8. And write that here. In the bottom, you're going to see that they're doing 2-column addition and subtraction, which means you're going to need to draw your line down the center for each of these problems. It would be helpful for you to write a number line. You can use up here or another sheet of paper to write out your number line. All of the ones that have the minus sign, the problems are going that direction. They're getting smaller. And then some of them have addition, so the numbers should be coming this way and getting larger. All right, let's look at your phonics for today. Today in phonics, we are going to be working on syllables. Remember, syllables are when we clap out words. They gave us an example here, pudding. So we go pudding. So we know that's got 2 syllables. They want to know where we break that word up into the 2 different parts. When we have words that have double letters in the center, it's normally going to be broken up at that spot. So right in between the 2 T's. Help me to break up these words that have the bold or darker letters. Mr. and Mrs. Summers are on their way home. Summers. Remember, if it's got the same letter in the middle, it's going to be broken up there. So you put your dot in the middle. We got their letter in April. Letter. Put the dot in the middle. The church is getting a big box ready for them. Getting. Getting. Notice how we're using that same letter twice because we see it twice in the word. Getting. So we put the dot in the middle. Number 5. I hope it is the biggest box we've ever given. Biggest. Big fist. Number 6. We picked out a pretty coat for Mrs. Summers. Pretty. Pretty. Put your dot in the middle. All right. For this part, write the words with silent consonants in the blank. So there's going to be one from this box, and there's going to be one from this box. The one in this box is going to have a silent K. A silent K. The one from this box will have a silent B. Remember, if it has a silent B, it's at the end of the word. If it has a silent K, it's at the beginning of the word. Find the word from each box and put them here. All right. On this side, it's going to tell us which letters are silent that we'll find in each of these boxes. There are 3 words in each box that belong over here. So for this top box, we're going to find words with silent W, like in the word right, or words with a silent L, like in the word walk. There will be 3 words that go here. We have chalk, walkie-talkie, spools, and wrench. So one of these words does not have any silent letters. So we cross that word off and then write the other 3 with silent letters over here. For this set of words, we're going to have a silent GH, like in the word sight. In the word sight, silent GH, we're going to have 3 over here that have silent letters. GH. If it doesn't have a silent letter, cross it off and write the other 3 here. We have high chair, flashlight, nightstand, and notebook. On the bottom, you're either going to have a silent K, like in no, and this type of no is I understand, or a silent B at the end of the word, like in climb. Remember, 3 of them will come here, so you cross off the one that doesn't belong and write the other 3 over here. We have knapsack, washcloth, thumbtacks, and pocket knife. Now, 2 of those words are a little tricky because they are double words that are put together. So we have thumbtack is a double word that's put together, that they're tricking you a little bit by putting one of these letters in there in the middle of the word. And pocket knife, it's 2 words that are put together. That's a compound word. So when they're put together, the beginning of the letter or beginning of the word might come in the middle, like pocket knife. So if you find either a silent B or a silent K in there, please write them over here. If there's no silent B or silent K, cross it off. All right, I want to remind you it's Friday. When you've finished with your work, please ask your parents to send myself or Miss Jamie a message so we know you've done your work, because we want you to get credit for all the hard work that you put in. Have a wonderful weekend.